Dear students, we are seeing redox reaction. In that we have learned what is redox reaction, how to find out the oxidation number. Today we are going to see the types of redox reactions. Already we know the type of chemical reactions. So when you see this, all those chemical reactions mostly comes under redox reactions. So that categories only we are going to see now. What is the first chemical reaction? Combination reaction. Correct. What is combination reaction? When two or more substance combine to give one product. When two or more substance combine to form a single product. Actually, most of the combustion reaction comes under combination reaction. When you see that in this type of redox reaction, we say that which is a combination reaction means the product should be single and also the reactant should be a elemental form. The reaction should be the elemental form. For example, carbon react with oxygen to give carbon dioxide. So carbon is an element, oxygen is an element, carbon dioxide is a product. Phosphorus react with chlorine to give phosphorus pentachloride. Phosphorus is an element, chlorine is an element to give the product phosphorus pentachloride. But if the reactants are in the compound state, this will not come under the type of redox reaction. For example, ammonia react with hydrogen chloride to give ammonium chloride. This is not a redox reaction. Why this is not a redox reaction? Because ammonia is a compound and hydrogen chloride is a compound. But product is a single product, that is ammonium chloride. So this will not come under redox reaction. Are you clear? So in this clippings, you can identify the type of examples of combination reaction, and in this which is oxidized and which is reduced is given, and the oxidation state of element and the compound also given. Please, you can go through it. You can note down in your notebook, in your reference notebook. That means what is the oxidation state of magnesium in magnesium oxide. What is the oxidation state of magnesium as a reactants? It is 0 because it is element. Oxygen also 0, it is an element. But when they both combine, it form a magnesium oxide. Here magnesium is oxidized and oxygen is reduced. So what is the oxidation state of magnesium in magnesium oxide? It is +2 state. What is the oxidation state of oxygen in magnesium oxide? It is -2 state. So you can read this all the one from this given clippings. The next type is decomposition reaction. What do you mean by decomposition reaction? Single substance break down into two or more similar substances. Correct? So if the one of the product of decomposition is an element, then it is known as a type of redox type. So in a decomposition reaction, definitely one should be in a elemental form. Then only it can be considered as a type of redox reaction decomposition. For example, water decomposes to give hydrogen oxygen. Here hydrogen is reduced and oxygen is oxidized. Another example, potassium chlorate KClO3. On heating it decomposes into KCl plus O2. This also we are considering at redox reactions of decomposition. Why? Because here oxygen is in elemental state. So what is the oxidation state of potassium? +1 and chlorine is -1. Oxygen it is in elemental state, so its oxidation state is 0. So here chlorine is reduced and oxygen is oxidized. So these are the examples of decomposition reactions type of redox reaction. At the same time, decomposition of calcium carbonate. Could you say that what are the product of decomposition of calcium carbonate? Decomposition of calcium carbonate is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So do they comes under the type of redox reactions of decomposition? No. Why? Because the product is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. They both are in compound form. They are not in elemental form. So you can recall the another reactions. What are the product of decomposition of sodium bicarbonate? Could you say that whether it is a type of redox decomposition or not? Another example here it is given is magnesium hydroxide. Decomposition of magnesium hydroxide to give magnesium oxide and water. Do they comes under decomposition reactions or redox reaction? So you can find out whether why. Next one is displacement reactions. What do you mean by displacement reaction? We know that highly reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution, and many type of reactions are comes under displacement reaction. So a reaction in which a metal or non-metal is displaced by another element from a compound is also known as displacement reaction, and this also comes under redox reaction. The displaced element is reduced if present in the compound in a positive oxidation state and oxidized if present in the compound in a negative oxidation state. Here that activity series is given. In 10th standard we have learned only few elements. Here all those elements are there given. So you can this reactivity series in order. So when you see this displacement reaction, there are two categories. Many categories are in there. First one, metal displacement and non-metal displacement. What do you mean metal displacement? Example, you know that copper sulfate with iron. So here what happened, copper sulfate with iron is there. Iron displaces copper from its copper sulfate solution. So in the reactant side iron oxidation state is 0. In this product side iron oxidation state is +2. So that you know that iron is oxidized. What happened to copper? Copper in the reactant state is in +2 state. When it comes under product, oxidation state is 0. So you know that it is reduced. So a metal can be displaced by another metal from a compound provided the latter is a stronger reductant than the former. One is the stronger, another one will be the less stronger. So the electrochemical that is reactivity series gives us an order of reducing power. Higher the metal in the series, the greater the reducing power. Thus we can understand why the type of reaction takes place. So zinc is there. Zinc with silver nitrate. So what happened? Zinc is oxidized. So it is acting as a reducing agent. So few more examples are there. Go through all those examples. Next, displacement of hydrogen by a metal from water. We know that metal react with water, it produce hydrogen gas. Metal react with water, it produce hydrogen gas. So metal placed higher than hydrogen in the reactivity series displace hydrogen from water. We know that metal like lithium, potassium, calcium, sodium, magnesium, they all displaces metal from water. So in this case, metal is oxidized and hydrogen of H2 is reduced. When this in the reactant side, H2O is in this form. When it is come as a product, it is reduced to hydrogen. So metal is oxidized, hydrogen of water is reduced. Here the example which is given is, in your textbook also many example is given. Sodium react with water to give sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Iron react with hydrogen to give magnetite oxide Fe3O4 plus hydrogen. So in this one metal is oxidized and the hydrogen of H2O is reduced. Metals below hydrogen in the activity series. What are the metals comes under below hydrogen? Copper, mercury, silver, gold, platinum. They do not displace hydrogen from water. This is the category of displacement reaction. Another category, displacement of hydrogen by the metal from an acid. We know that metal react with acid to form salt and hydrogen. So here the reactions with acids are more vigorous because of the greater concentration of hydronium ion. So the reactions of metal with dilute acids are basically similar to those of water, differently one in the vigorous of the reaction. So here some of the metal react with acid vigorously, some of that metal will not act vigorously with an acid. So the reaction with acids are more vigorous because of greater concentration of hydronium ion in an acid than in water. And the main reason takes place between metal and hydronium ion is metal is there, hydronium ion is there. When metal is oxidized to M2 and water and hydrogen also produced. So metal below hydrogen in the reactivity series do not displaces hydrogen from an acid. That also you learn. Next category, the displacement of non-metal other than hydrogen by another non-metal from a compound. Some a more electronegative element displaces less electronegative element. A more electronegative element displaces a less electronegative element from a compound, and such reactions are redox reaction. For example, fluorine displaces chlorine from chloride, bromine from bromide, iodine from iodide. In such a way, chlorine displaces bromine and iodine from bromides and iodide. So fluorine is highly reactive, next to chlorine, next to bromine, next to iodine. We know that order. So if you take this first example, fluorine plus KCl. So here fluorine is highly reactive, chlorine is less reactive. So fluorine takes the place of chlorine and convert into potassium fluoride, and chlorine is separated. The oxidation state of iron fluorine is 0 in the reactant side, when in the product side it is -1. So it is oxidized. Why? Because oxidation number is decreases. So it is reduced. Next, when you see this example, in this reaction, displacement reaction, chlorine, bromine, iodine using fluoride not generally carried out in aqueous solution. On the other hand, chlorine can displace bromide and iodide. Bromine and iodine are colored and dissolve in carbon tetrachloride. Can easily be identified from the color of the solution. So the reaction is given. The reactions of chlorine with potassium bromide and the reactions of chlorine with potassium iodide are used for identifying bromide ion and iodide ion in the laboratory. This test is known as layer test. So being fluorine is more electronegative than oxygen, it displaces oxygen from water. So F2 plus H2O gives HF plus O2. In all these reaction, more electronegative element gets reduced. So fluorine gets reduced. Okay. So in fluorine plus KCl, fluorine get reduced because 0 to -1 it is reduced. If 0 to +1 means it is oxidized, but it's always fluorine in this reaction it is getting reduced. Less electronegative element gets oxidized. Here another one example is given. A solution containing mixture of bromate and bromide. So it gives bromine. So we are a higher oxidation state of element in a species. So in this, if you see that bromine plus 5 oxidation state, when it comes a product oxidation state is 0, so it is reduced. Thus bromine in potassium bromate KBrO3 is more electronegative than Br in KBr. So KBrO3 is oxidized to KBr to elemental bromine. Because in KBr the oxidation state of bromine is -1. Again furthermore it is converting into bromine, that is Br2, the elemental state in product side. What is the useful of displacement reaction? Displacement reaction used in many applications. Metals like vanadium, chromium and manganese are obtained by reducing their oxides by stronger reducing metal like sodium, magnesium, calcium. Hydrogen is obtained by the laboratory as well as industry by the displacement reactions from acids and water. Halogens like bromine and iodine are manufactured by such reactions. So, this displacement reactions are very useful in the preparation. It is given the displacement of non-metal other than hydrogen by another non-metal from a compound. You can go through this. You can note down all those equations. Next one is disproportionation. Disproportionation reaction. We have learned that if the substance contains an element in an oxidation state which is an intermediate of between highest and the lowest possible one of the element, the substance can act as an oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. Such species are often found in the property as disproportionation. That means it is behaving as a oxidizing and as well as it is behaving as a reducing agent, in which two or more moieties of the same species undergo redox reaction among themselves. As a result, an element in the species is simultaneously oxidized and reduced. That is, one of the products contain the element in higher oxidation state and the other in the lower oxidation state in a single equation, chemical reaction. So, in a common one element, it can undergo oxidation as well as reducing. That is known as disproportionation reaction. Element in one oxidation state is simultaneously oxidized and reduced. The decomposition of hydrogen peroxide is an example. Hydrogen peroxide is there, hydrogen is there, oxygen is there. When it decomposes, it produces water and oxygen. In this hydrogen peroxide, what is the oxidation state of oxygen? -1. At the same time, when it comes and it's a product, in a water also oxygen is there and the elemental form of oxygen also present. So in a water, oxidation state of oxygen is -2. So it is reduced. And elemental state of oxygen is 0. So it is oxidized. So the element oxygen is reduced as well as oxidized. So this is an example of disproportionation reactions. So in a chemical reaction, a single substance, it may act as an oxidation agent and it may act as a reducing agent, or it can be oxidized or reduced. That is known as disproportionation reaction. Another example which is given here is chlorine react with water to give hydrogen chloride and hypochlorous acid. Chlorine in the reactant side is elemental state. In oxidation of water, oxygen is present in -2 state. You take consider as a chlorine. So when chlorine is converting into hydrochloric acid, the oxidation state of chlorine in hydrochloric acid is -1. At the same time, the chlorine which is present in hypochlorous acid, the oxidation state is +1. So, the chlorine, it is acting as -1 oxidation state and +1 oxidation state. So, it is reduced and oxidized. So, this comes under disproportionation reaction. You can see this another example. Fluorine does not disproportionate and it can be present only in one oxidation state, that is main for fluorine. Because fluorine is always in one oxidation state, that is -1, because it is highly electronegative element. So fluorine with hydroxide in alkali solution, it convert into fluoride ion and oxygen fluoride and water. So in this fluorine, in that elemental state it is 0. In the product says when it is act as a fluoride, oxidation state is -1, so it is reduced, and when it combining with oxygen fluoride also, its oxidation state is -1, so it is reduced. So this is not considered disproportionate because both it get reduced. So it is clear that an element which can exist in at least 3 oxidation states is capable of disproportionation. So such elements generally belong to P, D and F block element. Some common here it is given, see. You can go through this element and oxidation state. It is useful for you to identify the oxidation state. So you can categorize certain elements which all comes under 0 oxidation state, means you know that it's all the elemental comes under 0 oxidation state, and you can note down +2 oxidation state what are the element comes under, +3 oxidation state what are the element comes under. So if you keep it in your mind, you can easily identify the oxidation state of element in the given compound. So P block element: tin, lead, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. So here tin oxidation state is 0, +2, +4. Lead oxidation state is 0, +2, +4. Nitrogen is -3 to +5. -3 to +5. That means -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. Phosphorus -3 to +5. Sulfur -2 to +6. Halogens for chlorine, bromine, iodine -1 to +7. So we know that we have learned that how to calculate the oxidation state from the given compound. If you know the structure of the compound, it is easy to calculate the oxidation state. You know that number of electrons gained only. Number of electron gain means plus oxidation state. Number of electrons gain means minus oxidation state. Number of electrons loses means plus oxidation state. So highly electronegative element always will be the negative state. Electropositive element will be the positive state. So D block element is given vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, mercury. So these are the oxidation state of given elements. Few examples of disproportionate example also given. Decomposition of hydrogen peroxide is given in your textbook, and decomposition of nitrogen dissolves in sodium hydroxide. Nitrogen oxide dissolves in sodium hydroxide to form mixture of sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite. So nitrate and nitrite, NaNO2 and NaNO3. Sodium nitrite is NO2, sodium nitrate is NO3. So here if you see this fantastic, the oxidation state of nitrogen, when it is a reactants it is +4. When it comes under a product it is +3 and +5. So this was known as disproportionate reaction. So you can go through your textbook examples and textbook text part. Read all those one from in your textbook. It is given classification of redox reaction, oxidation and reduction. Problem it is given. Definition of redox reaction in terms of electron transfer reactions. And electron transfer reaction, it comes under zinc plus copper gives zinc 2 plus copper. All the displacement reaction it is given. Oxidation number, how to calculate the oxidation number it is given, and is given as a stock notation. Stock notation means how to read those elements. In your textbook it is there. See page number 261. Few example is given. Titanium oxide, ferric oxide, and copper iodide. So when you see this copper oxide, copper has one oxidation state. In copper oxide, copper has two oxidation state. So when it is as a one oxidation state, we have to say that copper 1 iodide. When it is a active state 2 oxidation state, we will say that copper 2 oxide. So these all the one you can practice. Type of redox reactions also given. Go through all the example, practice all those example.